finished a hunt, and that ended up in us basically being given the ring, and we have to apparently take it to his partner or his missus or whatever you want to call it. I've basically looked up what to do about that and where to go, and like basically we've got to wait for the weather to change and all that business, which to be honest is a bit of a pain in the backside. So I've decided I ain't going to do that, and I'm actually going to head straight back to Rabanasca. I'm going to teleport, and I'm going to progress the storyline again. So we can come back to the hunts and stuff later on in the game, but at least we've got our sort of clan rank to a relatively decent level. So now what we're going to do is we're going to teleport to Archades and progress the storyline on this one. Probably a good there. I mean, what I could have done is got that ready before I started streaming, but I don't like leaving too many gaps in kind of like where you stop and where you start. Really, because it's where we were last time, right? So the continuity just looks better. So yeah, one thing I do want to do though is let's get put by the movie design and let's go into the clan hall and just have a little word with them. Because I think the clan hall is just here. Do you know what? I'll do that when I do another bunch of hunts, because at least then that'll all stick together. Alright. So, I guess it's best to teleport back to Archades. South Sphere. Which, funny enough, I would have gone to if I'd have just run through the Giza plains rather than go through the Ester Sound. Right, okay. So, you want to teleport? Yes, I do. Okay, the safety totality. You just got there, okay. And yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, we talked to him, man at the gate. 15 gil. This reminds me a little bit of like how you've got Lowtown for Rabanasca. Come to buy information or perhaps to sell. Knowledge is what makes this town work. Why, if I had a gil or a chop to spare, I'd make an offer for you right now. Okay. I do vaguely remember this, and it's like a place where... Welcome to Archades. Old Archades, is it? People here, they all look for dreams up to the city, stripped away and fell back down. Yeah, this is all like people who want to make it. Like, they're all like, oh, I want to make it. Yours is an unfamiliar face. If you're here hoping to go up in the city, best find yourself information. It's like best interest. The world travels so fast in town, new information is born, grows old and dies in a day. The Emperor's assassination, ancient history, my friend. Now that's a face I dislike. It's the eyes. Beady, shining eyes. Let's see never show. You know the sort? You know who I speak from? Vane, of course. Only a man like that could do what he's done. Killing his own two brothers in cold blood for opposing the Emperor. So is there a town map here? Have I missed the opportunity to buy a map? Can we find one? And I suppose in a way the layout of this is a bit like the where the Henny mines are. Is it Naubana? Yeah, that cockatrice there. So we got the feather of the flock. I'm pretty sure this is to do with this side quest. Me? I've lived here for a good while now, but I only see a jolly hard time when I first arrived. The city was a far cry from my native Giza, you see. But I've seen so much in this town, people of all walks of life. Now, there's a fascinating thing. Seen plenty of men who have failed at it. Lost their hopes and their happiness. Most sad. Why? Hope's the most important thing of all. We cockatrices must hold on to hope, even when our days in the world seem to be numbered. Me? I hope to see my homeland once more. As I say, he's involved in the side quest. If I see a Moogle, actually I'll wait to buy a map. Yeah, so these chests aren't all that. Considering we do have a diamond armlet attached. Aha, Moogles. After. A seat there was, we sought to play Koopo Poodly Pidlio. City, I take you far away, Koopo Podi Podai. Gume Tori promised us Koopo Pidi Pidi. But all we've heard is curds and whey. Koopo Pidi Pidi. Thanks, guys. Means a lot. Haven't got a map to sell though, no? I suppose it doesn't matter which side of the town. Looks like we're getting nearer to the proper city. We're in the old town. Well, this is nice. Like being at the beginning of the bloody game again, isn't it? Oh. That's the way we came in. That's we're going this way. Gather round and I shall tell you a tale. Come to hear the tale, perhaps there's a lot to be learned from the stories of the past. A lot of families seem to have forgotten. To your peril, you should show a little more respect to these fairy tales. Okay. Might a boy be in the market for some information? Sorry, I've none worth selling. Such a boy would be wise to pass on anything he heard to me, though. I'll pay a good price for word goings on in the Ministry of Law and Senate. A boy could stand to make a profit. It's like being in an office, isn't it? It's like everyone's like, oh, I know something you don't. I heard this information. Like, oh yeah, like proper like water cooler like chat. Like, you know, there's always like those people who like to pretend they knew everything before everyone else. City's just up these stairs. My head says, all I've got to do is walk up them, but my feet are trembling. What with the assassination and all. This chest is not really worth. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not finding any Moogles anywhere to buy a map off, so... And that's that arsehole guy again. Right, okay. Okay. So what we'll do... We will try our best... Oh, the hell, man. Let's just try going up the steps and just pass through here. I can work out how. Jeez Louise. Right. It does say it's locked, so that's what entering the capital. Have you the credentials? I mean, one of my party members is the Princess of Dalmasca, but no, I have not. No credentials. Can't just throw open our gates to any other riff after away from the passing by. Be off with you. Well, 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 there's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think we'd be seeing you again. It's Jules. The guy who tried to set us in for, or asked us for information, didn't he? In a Balthea voice. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street here. A pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a streeter, a peddler of rumour and a hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given to him by his own mother and shave it by half to pay for her funeral. Sometimes in here with a tight purse string was the order of the day, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city? You know the way? In Archades, knowledge is power, like an office. And power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy a whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise man, how does 1,500 gills sound? I mean, it's not like I can't afford it. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumours in town? Haven't heard much of anything. Need to hear before I talk. A boy would do well to see. Okay. Right. So actually, in this playthrough, I haven't done much of talking to people anyway, to be fair. Spent some time in the city once gathering up all information I could lay my hands on. But it turns out some of it weren't true. Before long, I ended up back down here. It's like they've been, like, sin-binned or something. I plans to go to the city with my but she's kept me waiting. My bow. But she's kept me waiting for hours. I expect he's lost. He's so convincing. Best not speak to me. lest my luck will rub off on you. I lost everything. If I only had the right information. And I get what they're trying to do with this. And it does remind me of working in an office. That's the one. We want to go down. It's the Broken Man. Born of a Broken Man. Good song by Rage Against the Machine. Right. The thing is, I did actually speak to quite a few people. So that's definitely spoken to. You're going on from here? From here is Archades. You go there, you best watch yourself. People there, they pluck the feathers from a living chocobo if they thought they could make a profit. I'd turn my back if I was you. Spoken to him. You might spoken to him. So somewhere, there's obviously someone with a bit of information. Don't think you can look down on me. I'm saving McGill to get out of here. And that there. Well, I've got a bag full of coin put aside already. That is, I had a bag full of coin till someone came along and stole it. Grr. I was sure it'd be safe. There's houses in that barrel too. Trying to go up to Archades, perchance. I know the type. Hopes and dreams. Never any knowledge. You wouldn't venture into battle without a blade, am I right? To go to the city without proper knowledge? Why, that's the same thing. And I'll tell you something else. It was knowledge that brought them senators to their knees, and that's the truth. Still want to go to the city? Kinda. It's kind of what I've got to do. I'll tell you a secret, but it stays us two, right? Here you go. I spied something incredible just now. What would you like to know? It was a bag of coin. Aha! Just thrown in the barrel. It was like a hoard. And like that, they said you'll be my oyster. Now, don't go telling anyone, you hear? Right. So, we were chatting to a guy called Beasley. God. Right. Yeah, we've read all that. What? Right, well, how do I tell him? Call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumours in town? Actually, I did hear about a man who picked a bag of coins out of a barrel. Bags in barrels, eh? A boy would do well to bring that morsel to a man named Beasley near me. Tell him what you've heard. Well, I've just tried. Oh, dude. Surely. He was sitting down, wasn't he? What? You're telling me what you know? The bloke was taking me a coin? Oh, it was him, was it? Now what? See if I say I have. Where's Jules gone? Told him, just as I told you. Good boy. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with going up in the world. Oh, witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See? It begins. AIDS is my fight. Beasley's gone wild. Now's our chance. Thanks, Jules. Never thought you'd go for such a meagre price. Pirates should know that words are worth gil, uncountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Buanza's son has come back to the Imperial Roost, see? Words of much value, these. Bah! Prefer it when there's an actual cutscene. We are now in the new Archades. Which is fine.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient, even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
Good, okay. Right, okay. So how does that lead to old Archades? There's a world of trouble in old Archades, so steer clear of the area. Not that anyone in their right mind wants to visit. So, now the guards are not blocking. I suppose they can't really, for game purposes. If I choose to go back there, you can't replay that whole cutscene. Right. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. We have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. Surprising? Huh? Hey. He's still in our party. Pretty sure we have to play that really annoying minigame in here. But we have plenty of money and probably a lot to buy in terms of like upgraded weapons and stuff like that. So, welcome, welcome. I'm sure you'll find our selection of magics befitting the Empire's finest magical emporium. Yep, like Thundarga. That's 7,000 gil. Okay. So this money might go quite quickly. Technics up. again, I'm not really a fan of the Technics, but I just figure like, if I want to get everything, and now I'm a little bit flush, I might as well continue to purchase everything inside. Good day to you, sir. With Technics from far and wide, both new and old. Take a look around, I guarantee you shan't be disappointed. God. Oh, that's another point, isn't it? Oh, hey! I was just about to say about maps. The cheat. Jesus Christ. Okay. Fine message. Well, good and Archades. Fine purchase. You won't regret it. Noodles on it. Looks like you have nearly a chop to your name and you belong to the city. Here in Archades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chop. And if they're lucky, a chop of sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for buying and selling goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or a chop of sandal will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come by pine wood chops. Enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier some great deed to earn sandalwoods. So there's actually quite a lot going on down there, isn't there? Have a little look around, check there's nothing. I was wondering if maybe you'd see sort of Balthier like knocking about, but because this is the bit where the guard's standing in front of, is it? No, not so much anymore. Welcome, welcome, expiations. Yeah, there's nothing. I'll leave that for now. So we're all right for items, really, aren't we? I think. It will be like the actual weapons and armory, I suppose, will probably be the next. It's not too fussed by the aerodrome. I can look at gambits, but I think I'm pretty good on gambits. So let's have a look. Have I got like all of them? Got all of them? I do. So there's no need to buy any worry about looking in any gambling shops hereafter. Wrong. Okay. There's a lot of that, like the same guy who was a bit told us to basically mind our own business. There's a lot of like his sort of character model around here. Can't find the armour shop there. Unless he does armour and weapons in the same. There you go. Okay. So what are we on? Crystal Shield. I thought we got 2 of them, so don't worry about that. We've got all of this stuff already. Right, okay, they've got... So... Officer's hat is 34. Barrel coat is 38. Let's just do the hats first. 41. Wow. It looks like there are 4 people that can use the... Nice though, magic resist 31, but it's... Okay. So, 34, 41, 35. So, 41, looks like we need 4. What purchase now? It's 1, 2, 3. So it's only Ash and Vaughn. Vaughn can use the officer's hat. That's 35. And that's 34. And we've already got one of those. In actual fact, they've got them equipped, right? So... What of Ash and... What have Ash and Vaughn got equipped? Steel mask. Right. So... But that's weird. Oh no, okay. Defense, nothing, no improvement, but magic resistant, right, okay. So buy 1 more of them. Vaughn gets 1. Oh. I should get the other. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now, buy. Barrel coat 38. 41. $49, but I suspect three people can have it. I've already got 2, so let's buy two of them. Quick purchase. Farm. Ash. Brilliant. Quick Canelo as well. I assume if I tell it to optimise, yeah, it will be the platinum armour. Interesting that it optimised to Hypno Crown. What's all that about? Where in the blue hell did I get that from? Magic Resist 44. That's very interesting. A little bit of a waste of money. We'll have to remember the Hypno Crown. And for a start, who can hold the Hypno Crown? Most people. So it will be Balthea, Fran, or Penelope, probably most likely. We just have to bear that in mind for now. Okay. Runeblade 28. Katana on hit poison, sick. So why can't Barsh hold that? Zephyr Pole. Burning Bow, which somehow got 2 again. Doom Mace. I really don't like maces. Crossbow, I feel like I've got all this stuff. Right, okay. So Runeblade is an upgrade for Ash. Oh, she can, okay. And it's one-handed? Sick, okay. Ash, Runeblade, Bannerjack. Equip that purchase. And we can equip a... I'm doing all this, I probably won't even use her. Offhand, she can have... Surely Crystal Shield, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Did I not buy him one? Surely I must have done. He can have the Hypno Crown. I could have sworn I bought him... You can have the Hypno Crown. Maybe I didn't buy. The second load of armour. So there was platinum armour that like these guys could get. And that's 49 defence, 41 or 38. So it's looking like the Median gear with the 3 in the middle. Let's equip Balthea, because he was a power vest. So 41. Yeah, you can have a power vest. And then there's only 2 more we need to buy, right? Barrel coat's 38. Magian gear's 41. And neither of them have any elements, so I think the Mystic Armour on this one. Bearing in mind Balthea's already got 1, so it'll only be 2 we need to buy. And they will go on Fran and Bar. And I think we're in a position now. So, Runeblade, Lady Ashalia Benargin is fine. Let's look up this Yaki. I feel like Barsh should be able to have this. So the only other possibility is that I just literally haven't activated it, which would surprise me. This is his monk license board. There we go. Now we're getting into the real, aren't we? Look at that. It's only short range though, isn't it? So we might do well to buy a pole still for him. 77, but with an element. We're equipping that. Zephyr pole. Buy one anyway. Never know. I'll equip it. Like the benefit of sort of working up all this Emprian rod. The benefit of sort of working up all that sort of finance in the game was to be able to have a bit of a cavalier attitude of like, well, if we need it, we'll buy it, you know. Like, why? So only those with 3 or more chops may ride this cab, boy. Nothing personal, I assure you. A chop? What's that? If you lack a chop, if you pay, that's... Right, well I've got a guild, but I haven't got that much. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? This guy again. Jules. I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says come quickly. On this? Oh, we need a chop. What is a chop anyway? When a boy wants information, that's right. The boy pays 200... I've already paid him money. Bit late in the game to be pinching Gil, isn't it? Oh, okay. It's a good job I didn't spend all that money in the shops. Why, any upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status sometimes, a writ of transit. If you were aiming to go to Central, where the gentry live, I think you need 3 chops. How'd you get them? Like I said, the key is knowledge, boy. You do your part here in the street, talk to the right people, and you'll earn your chops in no time. That doesn't sound so bad. People in Archades love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it just means they're superior. Understand? I'm not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. A friend of Master Balthier's is a friend of mine. Fran giving him the stink eye. So, and I really do remember this, but basically everyone's got a story to tell. Have you seen those chaps running pell-mell around the city? Newcomers are always at their way, working up a sweat as they claw their way up the road. You look to be in touch with the same situation as I was long ago. Never fear, get there as I am. Chin up, onwards and upwards. Right, so, working up a sweat. So now I'm looking, well, he's running about. What am I doing? I'm crying for home. When I get my chops, I'll be riding around. What's that? I've heard of some bloke who was in my shoes and now is racing on himself. That's good to hear. I'll get there someday. Look like a newcomer yourself. I ain't got many chops, I bet. Look, I ain't got many myself. Keep looking, so you can have one of my chops and I'll see. Cool, so that was really quite quick. I'm wondering if that's sort of... That was too easy. I yearn for some new jewellery, and one ring in particular, a rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday. It can ill afford such luxury. You never know when we might be able to pay for an extra emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has gone well. I'm sure it will have soon... Right, okay. So she's... work at a laboratory, just like heaven plenty read, and no one telling me what to do everyone. Why the laboratory lab? NV student. There's no grade storage. Right, okay. So it looks like there is like a... I didn't think I'd ever get nowhere. Oh, have I spoken to this guy? Yeah, that's the guy that gave me the job. Right. What do you think? Yep, you. Yep, you. A new employee of mine broke an instrument on his first day in the lab. I really thought I'd give him some words of encouragement, but I'm so busy. Worry not, I'll tell him. Such things only cost 1 million gil or so. Your concern should be a bigger picture. I want him to know I'm on his side. Commit to this task. Sure, because it was only here, wasn't it? There was someone who was willing to start a new job in the lab as well. Recently become. Hey, there you go. Right, yeah, we've already got rid of this one. What? Thought I had one there. Made a mistake, a horrible mistake. I hear my superiors. Okay. A message from my superior. Oh my, our wage issues about. Okay. Thank you. So, wait, did he give me another shot? The enterprise at which I've born is half my wages. Half? How am I going to tell my wife? I don't have the courage to face her. I can't go home like this. Wages halved. Maybe it's the materialistic woman. I don't know if they all stay. Wages halved? Yes, nice. What ill tidings are these? And what my blue diamond? Why to afford now? Now there's a thought. Can't believe it never occurred to me before. I've more than enough bills to buy a blue diamond. Fine idea. You are now free to rock a cab. I don't know if you get anything for doing all of these, like matching all of these up. I think I've done most of them. Right, done that one. Eager crier, yeah. Is he the guy that, right? Because I think there are some like all over the sheet. I may not look it, but I'm quite athletic. You know, my family boasts of climbing games, but known for skill at work as well as the games. That said, my brother is overly fond of dusty old towns. Spends most of his time with his noisy one. He's a good sister on the mirror. I shall go to the laboratory to become a researcher. Right, okay. Commit this town to memory. Recently begun work at a laboratory. My sister seems overly concerned with my health. Does she know? I get cockroaches, so at least in an hour a day. Unusual for a laboratory man, I suppose it's in the sport or rather. Oh, I've done that bit. Path to stardom is a difficult one. To be sure to dance, to sing, all of this is a great effort. And of course, you must know how to act. Imagine setting a star aflame, but the world rather sort of... Right, so she's path to stardom. Faded star. Okay. Rather than read this, let's just... a lot of researchers. Time to leave. It's time to go. Is that Jules? There was definitely another person talking about laboratories and research and stuff. Ex-researcher. What's this? My daughter? No, surely not my daughter. We never say such things. Kids was it? There you go. There we go. We've got enough chops now, you know, and I think we've probably done all of them on this level. Whether or not there are more further away. Jules. Brawn, brains, unless without information, useless without information, is the lifeblood of this town. Find a brain, drink food. Yeah, well, we've done that. So, we now have enough. Oh, you see, I have some chops. Splendid to Zenobal. Oh, that's so funny. Take that and go around the circle. Let's make haste, shall we? Now, do we have a save crystal? We do. And it's a teleport crystal. Very good. See what he has to say. So not particularly the most what's the word? Exciting of sessions, that one.
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honour. Our forces sustained but light casualties.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Draclaw.
My lord.
Do you think they're onto us?
It would seem not, though this will make our task more difficult still.
I mean, they're not going to let us just walk in, are they? Hello. I'm going to call that a day. Oh. Certainly took your time getting there, didn't you? Off seeing the sights, perhaps? More likely, do you know how long it took to get the job? Quite quickly, actually. Tell me, how much of the ministry pay work for the Ministry? The ministry Judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that your Draculaur is a toy box these days, filled with your Lord Father's concepts. All developed without Senate knowledge, of course. Why, not even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Seek's operations. Now here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who will sell them at their own mum for the merest scrap of information about the goings on inside Dracula. People like Rosarian sympathizers worried about the Empire's weapon programs, and no one else who might be opposed to the House of Lord. So we create disturbance and get your windfall of dirt on Dracula. In exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks, he wants clothes here, now we let it, simple man. A deal broken in true Archades fashion. Why, it's just like old times, Jules. Brings a tear to my eye. Good to be back, eh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Vanram. Rather, Master Balthier. Okay. I'm going to call it basically a day there. Because I think we've obviously made good progress. However, it's a good place to call it. I'm actually not going to save after going through that. That should have been a cutscene, really. It's a bit disappointing. Like, they clearly couldn't get like a voice person for Jules. But yeah, I'm just going to call that's the Archades. There's a couple of mini games in there you've got to do. But then from here on in, it should get a little bit juicier, and hopefully the cutscene should be coming in. So we've made progress. It was worth doing.